Hey there, everybody. Unexpected video, but this is one of my favorite things to do. I love flowers and I love to buy myself flowers shamelessly. So I also like to keep them and dry them out. So I only put a little bit of water in mine because it's only going to keep them alive so long and it just ends up rotting. So um, usually my water dries out and I let them start to dry out in the pot. But I need to get these turned upside down or they're going to end up with an odd shape. So I'm losing some petals. That's fine. Not every flower can really be dried out and saved. They just don't. These ones are okay. They make a fun one. So I'm going to roll through and I'm going to switch the camera around. I don't even know what these are. I don't know if they were Corabells or I don't think they were, but we'll try them. I've never dried those ones out before, but idealistically, I would have already pulled these so that, they weren't drying this way. But it is what it is. So I'm going to flip the camera around so you guys can see how I'm working and not see my shadow face. And I'll put my old lady glasses on and show you how I dry out my flowers. All right. So I like to come through and pull all these off. Some of the leaves, do dry out okay, but on these ones, they're not very big, so I'm going to go ahead and take them off. On a bouquet like this, I actually like to find my other shears. I like to pull the little ones off because I'll use them in a separate thing. So I cut off all the little ones up to a certain point, not like every single one. Just whatever you want to do with them, but then I have like this smaller set that I can put in a jar or actually I think today I'm going to take most of these off and just leave it with the big one. So these were a like bright maroon red. And a lot of times when I buy myself flowers, I kind of buy them based on excuse me guys. It's rainy and cold here today. I buy them more based on what's in them and can I dry them out or not. But that's just me. I love all flowers. So this one was really pretty. They look like, they're starting to get crispy. So we'll try it. I'm going to pull these leaves off. But that's what I was saying. I want to get them hung upside down. So that way, hopefully, they'll stiffen up. But again, it's looking pretty floppy. So I don't know what we're going to get. I don't know, maybe I could put some hairspray on them. And these ones might not last. I think this one's kind of hit or miss. I think I was losing some petals, but trial and error. This one's pretty beat up. It's pretty entangled. You know what? I think I'm going to actually pull these ones off to the side and hang them separately. I use these giant clothespins I bought at the DG store for a couple bucks. And I hang them off the shelf. If you get white mold on the end, a lot of times, like as I do this, I'm going to trim these down a bit. But once the plant officially dries out, the white mold will just disappear on its own. Or you can spray a little bit of like peroxide or rubbing alcohol mix on it if it bothers you. But I've found that once the white mold has nothing else to eat, it dies. So it'll just go away on its own and you can wipe off the mildew. And that's novice expertise there, guys. So, again, I'm going to clip the little ones off this so I can do a different craft with them. I'll keep it short and sweet, actually. But I've trimmed the ends. If they're really wet or soggy, sometimes I'll wrap a paper towel around the end and then wrap my twine around it. If you don't have those big clothespins, a lot of times I'll make this wrap around and then I'll put a big long string coming off of it so I can make a loop and just hang it off of something else. So this is just how I do it. Oops. And then I make a little bow just because I like everything to be cute. I used to really be into Hello Kitty. I mean, not that I'm not anymore, but, you know, I'm almost 40 now. And so I would put a bow on everything. But, and then I just hang it up. My kitchen's a mess. I'm not really sorry. We're packing to move, so. But there's one I've had drying out for a couple months now. And I'll go in maybe and show you some other jars I've made with dried out flowers. I just wanted to show, this is a bouquet I dried out. I mean, that's 3 or 4 years old. And mind you, I moved 5 times during the pandemic. So that rose has seen better days. But the hydrangea up there, I actually clipped from one of my clients' yards like 2 summers ago, 2 falls ago. And then that's just a jar I've made. It's got, I think the allium is from a yard I did. The purple rose down there is from my aunt's wedding. And I've got a couple actually of my grandma's casket flowers in there. And then just some twigs that look like wands to me. So just for funsies. I actually picked that up, that whole big jar up at a thrift shop for $8, guys. And I think the tag on it said 40. So I was pretty thrilled.